I think there's probably an ongoing debate, not between necessarily gamers, but regular folks, that a laptop or a desktop serves them better in their stage of life and their walk of life that they currently find themselves in. And what I kind of wanted to do with this video was maybe showcase a laptop and a desktop at two different price points and their gaming capabilities, and overall just discuss where there might be advantages and disadvantages of both. Because there are. Whether you prefer laptops or desktops, there's easily an advantage or disadvantage of both. And to give you guys the disadvantage of a laptop really quick, I'm biased towards PCs, if you need to know. I bought this from Costco about a year and a half ago on sale for about $1,200. This was before I got heavily into PC building and knew exactly all the things I do now. I knew enough to know, kind of about NVIDIA and GPUs and not be completely left out, but I still didn't know what I know now. And this laptop, like I said, was about $1,200, came with an i7 Core Ultra, 1 terabyte SSD, it's an NVMe, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. I wish I would have known that at the time because that's really valuable. And then it came with a laptop RTX 3050, which is the 4 gig version of it. So it's a very undercut 3050, which is already really hated, but I actually enjoy that graphics card and I think it does not get enough respect. This, on the other hand, is about a $550, $500 PC, depending on what you purchase, the used market, all that kind of stuff. It has a Ryzen 5 5500, an Intel Arc A750 graphics card, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and it only has half a terabyte of SSD storage, but that's just because that's what I use to test out PCs that aren't my main PC. We're gonna kind of dive into some gaming performance comparing the two, because this is more than double the price of that. So you would think you would get more than double the experience and double the FPS. Mathematically, that's how it would normally work, kind of. Not always, but it's not gonna be that way. But this is still gonna be really solid, and we're gonna talk about why you might have that trade-off of, it's not where you expect it to be. Now, I am really curious if this is gonna outperform the laptop and the gaming overall, because that would be crazy if you can pay half of a desktop price or half of this laptop's price for a desktop and it does the exact same thing. So we're gonna discuss that. We're gonna discuss the disadvantages and advantages. And I do wanna take a second to let you guys know I do have a newsletter where I discuss the upcoming content that you can expect to see. On this channel, I work to upload 1 to 3 videos every week, and I'm always getting myself into new tech and PC things because I have to do a lot of research and purchase things very, very carefully because I haven't made a dime from YouTube yet. So I have a budget that I stick to, and I have to go search Facebook Marketplace. I've been really scared to try eBay and Java. I need to show more respect for them, but they're a little more expensive. So I have to go through Facebook Marketplace mostly, and sometimes Newegg has like amazing deals that I'll scoop up. But anyway, the next video that I'm going to be doing, which I've talked about in the newsletter, I have a box of things that I purchased for $350. That box actually happens to be right here, and it doesn't even have everything in it. And we're gonna go through and discuss, did I get ripped off? Does it all work? Is it any good? Now, to give you an idea, this case was a part of it. Probably not a great thing because it's not a very good case. It doesn't have the side panel. One of the things that did come in there that I wasn't sure worked until I started this video, this Corsair RM750E power supply, which I'm really glad it did, because if you saw in there, there was a bunch of random cables and things. They didn't have those plugged into there's 2 GPUs. They didn't have them plugged in, so I had to guess and hopefully not fry something. So also, there is an R7 5800X, a Ryzen 7 5800X, a tough B550 gaming motherboard, and 32 gigs of DDR4 that came in that box. All of those things that we got for $350, and some things that I haven't shown you that were in there. So, be sure to check out that newsletter, subscribe to it if you're interested in hearing about the future content. And if you are interested, you can financially support this channel as we continue to search for things to review and show you guys. There is a $5 paid option. In addition to just supporting the channel, you could also potentially win a PC. Every June and December, I will draw a name from that list of subscribers and give away a free PC. So we're gonna test out these 2 PCs. We're gonna run Marvel Rivals and Arc Raiders, And I think on the laptop, we are gonna just show Fortnite just to show what it's capable of, and we'll also just discuss the disadvantages and advantages of both systems. Let's go ahead and try it out. All right, you guys, so we do have Arc Raiders loaded up here on the laptop. Let me make sure I'm not about to get shot by anyone or anything. Oof. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the settings, show you what we're running on. And while I'm playing, we can kind of pay attention to some of the things. So I left this really big so you guys can see it, the GPU temperature, how much is being utilized. As I mentioned, the RTX 3050 in this laptop only has 4 gigs of VRAM, so we are nearly maxing that out. The CPU percentage. It is surprising though that I've learned this recently. If you are using a card like that doesn't have enough VRAM, it will spill over into the RAM. So it's using 20 gigs. Can I go to, oh, you can touch screen on this. Interesting. Hopefully that didn't draw someone to me. So we are using 20 gigs out of the 32 gigs that we have available, and then those are our FPS. So let me show you the settings real fast. Again, sorry, I don't want to change this so that you guys can see it. You can see it's defaulting us to, oh, borderless full screen. I'm going to turn this off. And why is it doing FSR 3? Interesting. Okay. Anyway, is there a lower version of this? I might revert this back to CNN and see if that saves me here. So we are on static ray tracing, low on everything. Oof. I need to raise the sensitivity on this thing. Where am I trying to go? So as I'm going to run around and get in some gunfights and just give you guys a little bit of like realistic gameplay, I hope that you guys can see this better than I can, because that light, I have a light on it so that you guys can see it well. I guess you can see me in that image, can't you? Hi. I want to take some time to also discuss, as I mentioned, like the advantages and disadvantages of having a laptop, because as you begin gaming, like when I was a kid, I did not care what I gamed on. This right here was 10 times the quality that I had whenever I was 13 years old. You know, I ran on a computer that ran at like 15 FPS. If I was getting above 20, I played a game called Unreal Tournament 2004. I was really good. If I was getting over 20 FPS, I was owning. So like 20, 30 FPS, I was happy. So like, it's only as I've gotten a little older that I've gotten more picky. And for me, this would not be great for everyday gaming. I would not be satisfied with this. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. However, if I bought this and I was going back and forth, is this the hot zone? This is. I don't know that I want to die here. So you can see like everything is really blocky looking. If I were to buy this and I was going back and forth to college, or like I bought this for work. So if I was meeting my clients and let's just say I'm at a a restaurant or a cafe or something waiting on a client, and I've got 30 minutes where I can pull up Arc Raiders, this is amazing. If this is what I have at home and this is what I'm gaming on all the time, no. But, that's where the advantages and disadvantages come in. So if you're on a desktop, it is a pain in the butt to try and move a desktop around from house to house and try to go to LANs and move your monitor. And this is everything. And in this case, I have the RGB thing down here that provides cooling. And obviously you can see like it's doing a pretty good job of it. If I feel underneath this, oh wow, it's pretty cool. Usually if you start going for like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe longer, this thing will get really hot. But it still performs. It just gets hot. I think I will go ahead and maybe try and find something, shoot something, just so you guys can kind of see some of the interactions. And I just didn't want to die that early. But yeah, so advantages are obviously like if you have a laptop, like this is a massive screen for a laptop. So if I didn't have the lighting on there so you guys could see it, I wouldn't be squinting my eyes. I wouldn't be struggling to see this. This is a pretty nice laptop. Visually, it's a pretty nice laptop. So, I mean, I haven't been paying too much attention to the FPS. I don't think we've... Oh, I'm going to die here. My mouse is not sent to be at the right sensitivity for this. Oh, there's another one. Cool. Someone else in here? Or is that me? Oh, that's my footsteps. I haven't seen it drop below 60 FPS though. So like, the question you have to ask yourself is, if you were purchasing a laptop for the purpose of other things, this alone is a great gaming experience. Like if I had this laptop back when I was in college, I would have been super happy because I tried to play League of Legends on like a $300 laptop and that sucked. It didn't run. The game wouldn't even load 90% of the time. And then when it did load, it was so laggy. So like I'm playing a modern demanding game on a laptop. That's really impressive. And I haven't really noticed like any stuttering or anything. In fact, I would be willing to bet that if I took my desktop away, I could probably adjust to this. Like if this is all I had to play and this is all I knew for a month, this would feel fine. Let's go over here one more time and try and see if we can... Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm not getting any lag or stuttering or latency or delay. Ah! I mean, everything's coming through on time. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. My mouse sensitivity is not high enough though. Oh geez. So that I am struggling with, but that's not because of the computer. That's because I can't. Is that better? That might be better. That might be too high. Get out of here! Oh geez. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you guys are watching me fight the Ark here. I'm not having any issues outside of, like, again, the mouse itself. So as I'm playing this more... Oh man, I kind of want to finish that out. I like the anvil. I don't get to play this game often. The anvil is fun. I love this gun. Yeah, even now, like you're hearing me go, oh, that would be fun to play. As I'm playing on this longer, especially if I were going on a trip or something with my family and they wanted to go do something I just had no interest in whatsoever and I was going to be alone in the hotel or whatever for a few hours, I would play on this. I would 100% play on this. And if I didn't have a tech company, not a tech company, but a tech YouTube channel where I'm trying to review stuff and I don't have money, like I'm not getting sponsors yet, or I probably wouldn't sell this. I would just keep it, but I don't use it or need it at the moment. So I feel like this is a good spot. I might, you know what? I don't care. I've had anvils before. Oh, that's a, should I get myself killed so you guys can see this? Wow, this gun is strong. Oh, I didn't kill it. I missed. Stop moving. There we go. Jeez, this gun is so strong. I'm not going to play it out. I don't have time to. I'm a father that also runs a business and has another kid coming to me. I don't have time. Let's go ahead and go to Marvel Rivals so we can take a look at that game. All right, guys, we have Marvel Rivals loaded up here. Let me go ahead and show you the settings. Oh, that's not the right button. The settings that we are running on. I think it's display here. So again, 1920 by 1080, DLSS is on, ultra performance. I guess this is just AMD FSR 3's the frame gen everything uses these days. I'm not really sure. We have everything on low, so nothing special going on here. Am I supposed to fight this person? So you can see 55 degrees on the GPU temp. This is using a lot less VRAM for some reason. CPU is not being pushed as hard. RAM is not being pushed as hard. So this is obviously not as demanding of a game as, oh, that dropped a lot. I don't know how to play. Oh, I don't know how to play Spider. I don't know how to play anything, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I got owned. As I've mentioned before, I don't play Marvel Rivals outside of benchmarking it, so I don't know what I'm doing. I also do want to throw in, I didn't know this laptop was capable of these things because I literally only used it for work in League of Legends before, and it ran fine. Like, I played ranked on League of Legends in this, but League of Legends could literally run a potato. So, like, I didn't know any of these things. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's like the guy, isn't it? Oh. Oh, I just died. Yeah, I'm not seeing any performance loss or drops or, I mean, we're getting in scenes where we're getting, I had it that one time, but I mean, we're at 146 FPS. Now, when we do get into, how do I do this? G. Oh, ow, ow. Okay, so when we do get into fights, like, I do drop down to 70 or 80 FPS, but still, like, it's a very playable experience. The only reason you guys might be like, oh, what's happening is because I'm just bad at the game. It's not because it's like, oh, what's my Q do? Oh, that was cool. I didn't do anything though. Oh. I'm so bad. Can I can swing up to everything? Wait, come back here. Wow. I am so unbelievably bad at this game. I can run? Oh, I can run up this? There we go. Is that how I get up? You guys, I'm learning. Come here. Let me be useful. I can't get a single kill. I'm so bad. Yeah, I'm literally seeing like nothing whatsoever to complain about on this. I am really going to be curious with you guys if that other computer does outperform this or performs at the same level, because this is good. Now, for $1,200, again, that's where it comes into your stage of life, what you value, you know, what's important to you, because I would pay $1,200 to build a desktop and get way better performance than this. But, I mean, it's not like this is unplayable. The graphics still look pretty cool, and take that. Yeah, I can beat this thing. I can't complain. So I don't have a lot to say about Marvel Rivals. It's not like this super demanding graphical beauty of a game. I think it's just people benchmark it because it's popular. It's still pretty popular, I think. You know, Arc Raiders is obviously way more visual and has, in my opinion, has more beauty. Oh, that's kind of cool. It's even like almost like Marvel Spider-Man 2 or all the Spider-Mans. So I feel like that's a good spot. Let's go ahead and just jump into a little bit of Fortnite for you guys, just so you can see how that plays. Because generally, if you're going to be buying something that was like not as impressive of specs, you know, Fortnite is along that general thought process and things you'll be playing. So, all right, guys. So we are loaded into Fortnite. I'm going to run through these settings for you real quick. We're on full screen, 1920 by 1080, performance mode. I believe everything should be set to near, low, or off. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna just jump out. I'm not gonna benchmark Fortnite on the actual desktop PC because I don't have storage space for it on there, and I don't feel like putting it on there. But I just wanted to play the game for you guys so that you could see like just the performance of Fortnite in general on a laptop of this price and what to expect out of it. Is that a gun? How do I get in here? There we go. I hear a chest or something. So I mean, we're sitting under 100 FPS. So there. Oh, geez. I hear someone. Oh, wow, that was a strong gun. Yeah, it's not the strongest FPS. It's not the strongest performance right now, but that simply could be because we're just like in early game here. I don't want that either. And anytime you're like in early game, can I not get through that? It's always just kind of laggy. I also can't hear very well. I don't play this game anymore, so I don't really know what's going on. So you guys, please refrain from flaming. That's not the right button. Please refrain from flaming me too hard for not knowing what's going on. Man, can I not get like shields or something here? Let me go. There's at least a shotgun. Oh, someone was in here, huh? I don't hear any footsteps. I mean, I'm not getting any problems with lag. Other than like that initial. Oh, geez. I don't know where they are. I don't know how to play this game anymore. It's so confusing. And I don't have headphones on, so I don't know where they are. Where is this person? Am I about to get shot? Okay, so there was a little bit of lag there. I generally don't know what happened or who shot me. I think someone had some thing up there. So Fortnite wasn't the greatest. It definitely didn't perform. But here's the thing about Fortnite is like this game just doesn't perform well on a lot of things. So I probably would not get this to play Fortnite, but that was also in builds, and no build is probably not as bad. So anyway, let's go ahead and swap to the desktop PC and give you guys just that performance so we can kind of compare and contrast. And we'll also talk about like some of the advantages and disadvantages more there as well. All right, you guys, now we have ARC Raiders loaded up onto the 550 or whatever cost of this computer would be. I think that's about right. And oh my gosh, wow. Oh, wow. So I know some of this is just going to be coming because I've talked about these things before, but the visual quality from going from that small screen to this is already amazing and vastly different. I think we were averaging like 60 to 75, maybe 80 FPS. You can see up here we're getting 113. I might have to change the graphic settings too because this, I do want to see what we're on. I don't know what we're defaulted on. So obviously we're on, this is a 1440p monitor, by the way. I think XESS just got an update, but I don't know if it's the correct thing. I think that it did. Let me make sure. Okay. XESS quality. Ultra quality. What is this stuff? Ultra performance. Oh. Huh. Let's go with Ultra Quality Plus. I don't know. I haven't tried these before, so yeah, everything's not going to be... What? This is epic? We got to turn this down a little bit to make it somewhat more fair. Let's go to medium. I can't believe this was running on Epic. No wonder it looked so good. Oh, see, this is why laptop gaming and desktop gaming are not the same for me, because it's just not overall the same experience. Am I about to get shot at? I mean, just look at the visual quality. Trees aren't blobs anymore. You see the details. Look at this wind and man. And this is a $550 PC. Did I just get shot at? Oh. Okay, so there is some slight motion blur sometimes. We'll go over here and run. So as we're running through this, I mean, oh my gosh. I am floored by this, because there are times where I look at the computer that I've pieced together stuff. I have to move away from things all the time. Like, my own personal computer has changed, and I've swapped components so many times because, like, I have to sell things in order to buy things. And sometimes I look at things like this and I'm like, do I even need what I have? Like, could I live on a $550 PC? Obviously the storage, like, I would need a bigger than 0.5 terabyte drive, but like, dude, this is a combination that people would not think is strong. A Ryzen 5 5500 is like one of the most hated CPUs out there. People are like, it's so bad, it's so awful. And Intel Arc cards like aren't showing a lot of love. Since the B580 came out, they're showing a lot more love, but like, oh, are you about to shoot me? What gun do I have here? This is just so high quality. So back to like advantages and disadvantages of desktop gaming compared to like laptop gaming. So obviously we are seeing a massive advantage here is, or not even gaming, but just ownership. Like, this is not a high-end PC. And just take a look at the difference of the visual. Like, it's so good. I'm blown away by this. So to give you a frame of reference, my daily PC, I run with a Ryzen 5 9600X, 64 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, and then I also have an RX 9070 XT. Oh, shoot. Oh no. Oh no, I'm dead. This is the end for me. Goodbye, world. So like, this is impressive for me, and this is like a fifth of what my PC costs. Ow. So when you're just talking like advantages versus disadvantages, it's very clear that an advantage of being on, oh, I'm dead here. It's very clear that being on a desktop PC, you will get more performance in your gaming than you would if you were on, oh, someone's here to help me. Sick! So ow! How's that thing not dead yet? Now, again, back to some disadvantages. Desktop PCs are really hard to maintain. There is the option to upgrade things, which is overwhelming. Knowing what to purchase is really hard. People will oftentimes like buy bad pairings, or you know, they'll put a graphics card that doesn't belong with it, or they'll want to upgrade and they don't realize that the processor that they purchased does not fit with the motherboard that they have. Like, there are a lot of things that are challenges for desktop computers. And as I mentioned earlier, so like, if you need to go anywhere, bringing a desktop computer with you is so hard. It's like so nerve-wracking because you're always concerned like the computer could fall over. I have to bring all the peripherals. I have to bring the mouse. I have to bring, huh? Is there someone in here? That was very confusing. I swear I just heard someone. So like those are really challenging things. And then not to mention like if you're on a desktop computer, oh, there is a person there. That's the one that saved me. Oh, there's nothing in there. What the heck? If you're on a desktop computer, I'm trying to think of other disadvantages here, guys. You're probably gonna end up, oh my gosh, no, I'm sorry. Leave me alone, I'm out. Ooh, not fighting that guy. You have to spend a lot more money and there's a lot more planning and coordination overall. So like with that laptop, the only thing that I was using in addition to it was this mouse. And you know, if you're gaming, you obviously need a mouse. You probably could get a headset. But in addition to just this computer, I also had to get a monitor. How do I get on this? I had to get a monitor. I got speakers. You could choose to get a headset instead. I had to get a keyboard. I had to get a mouse. Wow, I almost died there. Let me try to get to some safety here before I just off myself somewhere on accident. My flashlight on? It is. I'm in. Okay. So like all of those are things that you have to consider. And then on top of that, you need a power supply, cable. You need like all the other things that get attached to it, opposed to your laptop where it's usually just the power supply that goes into the wall. This, I have to have one that goes into the power supply here. I have to have one that goes into the monitor itself. You know, it's, and then if I don't want to use the Wi-Fi, I have to have an Ethernet cable that goes into this. So like with desktops, there is more preparation and planning, opposed to like a laptop is just, you take it and you go. So I feel like there's a trade-off of performance and use. And also I will mention like loading things and just getting Steam to load and some of the other things that like you might not think of were significantly quicker, not just slightly, but significantly quicker on this desktop. So again, there are always like some trade-offs either way. So I feel like that's a good spot for Arc Raiders. I am thoroughly impressed that this $550, and it's like, it's to be mentioned, look at what this temperature is running at. Oh wait, not the GPU, the CPU. The CPU is kind of running a little hot, but it has a stock cooler. So you can find the Ryzen 5 5500, depending on where you look, like online, I think they're like $80 to $100. Oh, hello person. Someone's going off out there. They're like $80 to $100, but this Ryzen 5 5500, it really doesn't need it that much. Like 72 is fine. So let's go ahead and switch over to Marvel Rivals, and then we'll close up the video with like kind of overall thoughts and just what we think about a gaming laptop or a laptop of that price versus a desktop at this price. All right, guys, so we are back in Marvel Rivals. This time we are on the $550 PC. Ooh, there was a little lag there. I believe we are still rendering some shaders, so keep that in mind as we're playing this. I don't even know how to get out of this. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the settings real quick. Let me go ahead and run over and hide. Maybe, how do I hide somewhere? Where can I hide? Right here? All right, let's hide right behind this corner. So we should be on the same settings, I believe. We're on, obviously this is 1440p. So that is something that you have to take into consideration. I'll continue to go through these. Quality, 80, frame gen. I think we had frame gen on before. I don't remember if we did or did not. I'm gonna turn it on here. Medium, oh wow, everything's like on medium. Let's go to low. No, you know what? Let's keep it medium. We'll just do medium here. I don't remember if we had frame gen on or not. But we're really not getting, weren't we getting around 100 FPS? So I think we're getting similar FPS in this because it's pushing 1440p, and this game is pretty processor heavy, CPU heavy, but it does look significantly better. You know, we have the graphics up, we're at 1440p. We are using more VRAM here. Our GPU temperature is a little warmer. I think it was like 50 degrees on the other one, but 55 or whatever. And obviously you couldn't see the CPU temperature on the other, on the laptop, but who cares? Hey! No, I'm just bad. I'm just bad in general. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, this is clearly a superior quality. I got one shot. I don't understand how people get so good at this game, or like just understand their character so well. I guess I just would have to play more because I am straight trash at this. She's one-shotting me every time. Yeah, I'm not noticing any like latency or stuttering. I could drop it down to the low. Yeah, let's drop it down to the low to kind of make it more fair. I think we should probably start to pass it. Yeah, that looks a little closer visually, but we're still, there we go. Now we're sitting in the 100 FPS range. I mean, I think this just shows that, yeah, she's one-shotting me. So I don't know if that's cheating or if I'm just like unaware of how to play the game. Yeah, I don't know how to play this game or what I'm doing. Maybe all these guys are better than I am, or
I gotta do better this time.
Whatever. Yeah. Am I actually gonna get someone? No, they killed me. You guys are probably like, what is he doing? Why is he so bad at this? I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot more to show on this. It's performing at the same level. If this was on 1080p, I imagine it would way surpass it, but you know, this is, so interestingly enough, that other computer was actually on DDR5. This is on DDR4. And technically, I believe this is older older hardware. So yeah, let's go ahead and cut to the final thoughts, overall breakdown, and then I'll let you guys get out of here. I don't know why I said that. So I think for me, I found a couple things to be really impressed with, and maybe some of the key takeaways here. I apologize in advance if you guys hear that. My 2-year-old daughter is close to the office making lots of noise, so she might even come over and join us at some point. But one of the key takeaways was that this laptop, I had never really gamed on it outside of League of Legends, which again, can run on a potato, really surprised me in how it held its own and what it's capable of. And I guess at $1,200, I probably should have expected that. Again, I did do some research on it and made sure that it was an okay buy, but I didn't know enough about PC building or the PC world at that time to understand exactly what I was buying. I kind of got lured into the this is a good gaming PC spiel. And you know what, Costco, $1,200, is either $1,200 or $1,100, whatever it was a pretty good deal for what I paid for this. And onto the desktop, I mean, are you kidding me? $550 for that level of performance? We were getting 1440p out of that. And if this was 3 or 4 months ago, that probably would cost like $450 or $400, which is insane that you could think about building a PC and get that level of performance. So I really think it just comes down to where you are in your life at the moment. I mean, do you need the mobility? Do you not have like a stationary spot? I have an office where I sit my desktop down, I have all the peripherals, I've got my monitor, and I just come in every day and do the same thing. But if you're going to college or if you're a traveling work person, again, sorry, you can probably hear her playing. If you are traveling or like, you know, you're not in a stationary place, a laptop really is nice because this is a high quality screen. It's 17 inches. It's a great size. The performance on it is great. It works well. It's got a terabyte of storage, 32 gigs of RAM, so you're never like having problems loading up websites or anything like that. It just tends to be way more expensive. So for me personally, at this stage of life, this is not what I want. A desktop is much more useful. Again, it's all preference though. So, I hope you guys have gotten something out of this video. I hope that it's helped maybe entertain and educate a little bit, because I'm always doing these experiments just to test things out. If you have enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting the like button and leaving a comment just so that, YouTube knows that you enjoyed it and decide to push it out to other folks. I am always releasing new content. If you want to check out some other stuff I've done, I paired a 9-year-old processor with a 2080 Ti and a 9070 XT to see how that would run. That was an 8700K. There was one video where I had my brother come over for his birthday. He reviewed a gaming PC. So he's a console gamer. He's been wanting a PC for a while, couldn't afford it. So I had him review it, kind of give his thoughts. At the end, I had him guess how much he thought that PC cost. I told him it was for free and gave it to him as a birthday present. So if either of those sound appealing to you, be sure to click on one of these videos here. Otherwise, I will catch you guys in the next video.